Hi, my elementary leaders for Kids Journey. This video will be your instructions for what you'll be doing on this Sunday. You guys probably already know that this month is different, that the teaching is happening actually in the service with Dave. So you're going to be gathering the kids in your rooms. You're all doing the same thing, regardless of which studio you're in. And you will be going into the service to hear Dave and Kelly do a presentation on the church growth in the Asian countries. So you'll handle that in the same way that you handle baptism. So I'll come around, I'll group you up, and we'll get you in there. And we'll step out when we think that it's a good time to step out. I'm going to have to measure that on Sunday when I see exactly what goes on. But I have been given the okay by Dave that it should be appropriate for kids, and I want our kids to experience it, even if it isn't entirely captivating. I still want our kids to have this experience. So, of course, for this month, we're focusing on how God celebrates ethnic diversity, how it's His idea, how He created it. And so we're going to go back to a project we've done before. Some of you have done this before, where we're going to stare into each other's eyes and notice the colors in our eyes. So you're going to have some magnifying glasses in your room, and you're going to encourage the kids to take some time. I would say for at least 5 minutes, they should take time staring into each other's eyes with magnifying glasses and identifying the colors that they see there. And part of the goal of what you're going to try to do is get them to go beyond blue, green, brown. You want them to see that there are lots of flecks of many different colors in the eye. So then what you want them to do is to try to paint the color of their eye after they've been told by their friends what their eye looks like and the colors that are in it. So this time I only want you to paint the iris and the pupil. So here's my example, and you'll see in this example some important things that I want you to point out to the kids. Now you're just going to look at the picture instead of my face for a minute. There's a white spot, which just helps the eye look more realistic. It's like light. So explain to the children that they don't paint that portion. The second thing that you want to explain to them is to take the lightest color that they see in their eye, which it could be white, but it's probably something like a very light blue or a yellowish color, or in the case of brown eyes, it's like a tan color that you see here. And if you look at this picture, you'll see that it's only halfway done, but one half has that light color painted over the entire eye. So start them by painting the lightest color over the entire eye, which you see over here on this side. Then have them take the darkest color and ring the iris all the way around, because that's how eyes actually are. And have them note that with their magnifying glasses when they're looking at each other. Then you want them to add 2 or 3 other variations of color, always painting toward the pupil. So the only hold on, let's put this down so you can see my hands on it. The only painting not toward the pupil is the ring. Everything else will always paint radiating out. So I want you to try to explain that to them. Otherwise, they're just going to color an eye and walk out of the room with not having really learned any kind of art technique. So explain to them how to paint radiating out from something like they do when they make a sunshine. That's how first graders are likely to understand it. So then you have some questions in your room that you will ask after the activity. And then I don't want to give you any other activities, because I've noticed the last couple Sundays you've had too many things to do, because we're including food in your class on Sunday. We're including going into the services. We're including the passports, and we're including this activity. That's probably more than enough. But if you happen to run out of time and don't have anything else to do, go back to making some more snowflakes, because kids like that, and it will keep them happy. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'm happy to help. Also, just a reminder that this coming Monday, Martin Luther King Day, we have camps for elementary kids running from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Camp's $10 if you're interested in attending, or if you want to share that we're having camp and invite people to it, which would be really great. You can find that information on the Westwinds Kids Journey Facebook page, and you can email rachel.gerald@gmail.com. I'm sorry, at westwinds.org. rachel.gerald@westwinds.org. You should have that because I'm sure she stays in touch with you. Take care. Bye.